Good afternoon, people. January 9th, the day after Elvis's birthday, 2013. I brought us all here together today to clarify one thing, and that is, not on my watch. It ain't gonna happen. Quite a few years ago in Montgomery, Alabama, I bought this 9mm Beretta. I bought the 9mm Beretta because it's a weapon I'm quite familiar with, because this is what our standard issue was in the Marine Corps. I carry it regularly. I always put one round in the chamber. I have an extended magazine. Extended. It carries 22 rounds. So, whenever I carry my 9mm Beretta, I have 23 rounds. Then, so that I wouldn't break any of the existing laws, yes, laws are on the books concerning gun control, I applied for a carry permit in the state of Alabama. In Alabama, it's called a concealed carry. And, of course, they did a background check. I was approved, of course, and updated it regularly. I think it was every 3-4 years there. Now I live in the state of Georgia. Georgia requires you to have a permit to carry. So, I went out and I got a weapons carry. This one doesn't say concealed weapon, by the way. This says weapons carry license. First of all, I don't mind doing this. There should be some kind of control. You know what, I hate to be this way. I'm usually a purist, but there has to be some kind of control over stuff. We don't need criminals and we don't need illegal aliens coming into the United States being armed to the teeth. They're going to be armed anyway because they're illegal. They don't follow any kind of rules and regulations, and so really it's kind of silly to have one of these anyway, isn't it? The other thing is, we have the Constitution of the United States. Now, I'm not going to sit here and argue with anybody about the Second Amendment. And I'm not going to try to explain what my interpretation of the Second Amendment is. Even without the Second Amendment, you have a right to protect yourself. A God-given right. And no freedom-loving American should stand by and say, well, I don't need a weapon myself, and so I'll let these other people fall. So anyway, on a lighter note, now there's talk, Biden kind of let out, that law notwithstanding, Constitution of the United States notwithstanding, the President has already indicated that he's more than willing, which he's already shown anyway, to issue executive orders, I guess to cover any other kind of things that the 2000 doggone gun laws don't already cover. And I say to that, you got 3 branches of government: judicial, legislative, and executive. The legislative branch is Congress. They are the ones who legislate. They make the laws. They can change laws. They can update laws. They can make laws of all manner of things. But it's up to the legislative branch to do it. It's up to the executive branch to execute those laws. That's it. Finite. That's how it's set up. That's why for the life of me I don't understand how Illinois, you can't even have a weapon. But the strictest gun laws in America, in Chicago, you have the highest doggone murder rate there. It's because criminals aren't going to follow the law. But see, it just goes full circle. We all come back to the same old thing. Here's the bottom line. You want to take my doggone 9mm semi-automatic with 23 rounds here and 2 magazines of 17 and tell me I've got to trade these in for 10 rounds or less, it ain't going to happen. And it ain't going to happen by executive order. But you see, here's the real rub, okay? What's going to get you is this debate that's taking place, in this conversation that we're having as a result of these deaths in Sandy Hook. That debate's going to involve all kinds of stuff. Is the weapon the problem? Or is the people the problem? We're not paying enough attention to mental health issues. Right. See, that opens a whole door now, doesn't it? It sure does. Because, first of all, we have all kinds of... Hell, we've got 12 years of war now. 12 years of non-stop war. All kinds of vets coming back home. Patriots, true patriots, proven patriots, who are not going to be allowed to be issued weapons because they've been diagnosed with PTSD. It's just a catch-all. I'm telling you, it's a catch-all. Good God, you go through some crap, you're going to have PTSD. I got PTSD from my first and second divorce. I got PTSD with the election of, or re-election. The election and re-election of Obama, I got PTSD. Things are being way too overdiagnosed. People are way too over-medicated. And it's these doggone psychotic drugs that the pharmaceuticals have been pushing, and the Congress have been getting all kinds of help from the pharmaceutical industry to medicate Americans. And one of the things they're going to come after, folks, is you people out there who have succumbed to those medications. When this is all said and done, people like me, because every now and then I hit the freaking table, I'm going to be considered mentally unstable. And then they just start pointing fingers. This person's mentally unstable. Tea Party patriot, definitely mentally unstable. Occupy, no, they're normal. They shit on police cars and have to set up rape tents. Yeah, that's normal. They have Obama support. See, when things get turned upside down, the normal become abnormal. So that's the real assault on the weapons right now and on gun ownership. They're going to come after you, and they're going to lock you up, and they're going to say they're doing it for the good of the people. Never let a crisis go to waste. There's something else. Anybody who serves not only in the military but also in police forces and federal law enforcement agencies are required to take an oath to the Constitution of the United States, not to the stinking President of the United States. If an executive order is issued and it's unlawful, you don't have to follow it. As a matter of fact, if an executive order is issued that you are going to come to my house and confiscate this weapon from me or my magazines, you're breaking the doggone law. And that means when I defend my right to protect my life, my liberty, and my pursuit of happiness, and you happen to get in the way, so be it. You were the one breaking the law, not the one holed up in his house. God bless.